Hello guys, how are we doing and welcome back to the channel. I have been accused of cheating. These messages just here was from one of the players on the other team, and it's probably because I absolutely fry. I'm crim through at this point. This was just after the Black Ops 6 beta. I dropped almost 50 kills and barely died 20 times. It's a very good gameplay. I play very well. I carry the team. I don't like normally saying that, but after the second round, I'm on however many kills. My team are on far less. But we're going to be trying to debunk them. I know it's towards the end of the life cycle, but what I'm going to be doing is doing gameplay analysis, showing hopefully how this is a purely legit gameplay and what decisions I'm making, why I'm doing. I'm bringing up tactics on the map. It's going to be one of those sort of gameplays. And I want to hear your thoughts. Is there anything I do in this gameplay that maybe looks a little sus? And let me know. Now, I'm not cheating, but there's somebody who is in this lobby who I think might be on the other team, which we'll get to later on. If you want to see the chat, I've left it at the end to see exactly what was being said between me and this CR player, but you can just tell absolutely here, I am frying. We've got good control, we've won the gunfights, and yeah, we've really pushed up the map really excellently. Nothing so far as I'm concerned, warrants accusations of cheating. I'm just going from head glitch to head glitch, frying. But yeah, this guy does get pooped on, however. That's no cheating there. I got a shot, he missed, I regained. But hey, it is what it is. So just so you guys are aware of what sort of how I like to play Control Invasion. So you've got two main control points, A and B. Okay, and on defense, we're going to say defense is green. What you sort of want to do is, off of spawn, you probably meet them. You either meet them in B, you meet them mid tank, you meet them in calf, or you meet them in street. But what you want to try and do is win these gunfights initially, and then push up. So I'm running off spawn. Maybe I'll go here, win the gunfights from this position against any of these positions in green, and then you move up. You saw exactly what happened there. I challenged the mid map. And as I say, you move up to the middle of the map. And then what you're stuck with is challenge them out of spawn. So whether they're burger, or whether they're ice cream, whether they're coming out of palace, coming out of this way, you want to defend this line. And there's going to be a lot of this. That's generally how I like to play defense on Invasion. You get the kills, you then push up to the next available heady, you then get the kills again, you push up to the next available heady, always being unpredictable and always moving. So you saw a lot of the groundwork I did towards B here. I went from the tractor, I went to construction, I went to the tank. Those three places are absolutely huge in defending that B point. But what also is important is defending all three lanes. Now you're going to see I'm solo queuing here, so I make really good use of knowing where the enemy's teammates are. At the end of the day, you've got 1, 2, 3 main routes you need to make sure is covered, and there's 4 of you on the team. So there's no excuse for anybody to leak through as long as you're winning the gunfights. And on offense, it's fairly similar. I'm going to label it red. Essentially, you meet in the middle. Again, you'll probably meet on don't know why. You meet at similar spots, just like mid-tank, in calf, or white car. That's where you meet, and it's about getting to that point, winning the gunfights, and then, again, pushing up a little bit more, winning the gunfights again, and then eventually winning the gunfights again, and then getting to the hill, whichever way you do it, whether you decide to push down this way, win the gunfights, and then push up. It's all about getting to the main points for your team and pushing up. So that's the logic I'm sort of, trying to get into the people who struggle on Invasion Control, and that's the logic and that's the sort of a strategy I use on any control map, but specifically this one we've got just here. So that's what I'm doing. My teammates are covering. I'm looking at the mini-map. Teammates are covering the other 2 lanes. I don't really need to worry. All I need to do is make sure this is my lane. I need to watch. If they somehow get through to A, that's not my fault. But yeah. So I noticed there was 2 of them. I get a little bit weaker than I want to be, so I back up a little bit there. But what that does do is allow them to push up a little bit further than I am really happy with. Now, I've just got a kill top. And again, you don't want to stay somewhere, especially when you feel like you're a little bit outnumbered, which for me, I felt like I was. So I got the initial kill top broken. I then needed to change position because I felt like I was going to get chowed almost immediately because I saw 2 people on that top heady. And I get the second kill because I've changed where I was positioned. If I'd have stayed where I was, chances I would have died. But yeah, I caught them straight in because I moved and they couldn't predict where I was going to be. Again, they're in pretty much a nasty trap. You guys have probably been in this trap yourself before. It's horrible. But yeah, we're in the round, 9 kills. Now on offense, I like to just go B, especially when they didn't get many ticks on the first round. Just go B, get the ticks, and then you guarantee at least you've got the advantage at that point there. So what happens, you're probably wondering why I pre-aimed that. So break it down. I saw 2 people on the initial push here. So I've rewound it a little bit too far, apologies. So you swing out here to check. I've got 1 person here, 1 person here. I've seen 1 person going to DVD, 1 person go top treehouse. And I've immediately noticed my teammate has, taken the initiative to push up the street, which is great. But my main concern is getting chowed from DVD. In my head, my teammates there, they can deal with the person treehouse. I need to worry about the person who's just run into DVD. So that's why I'm pre-aiming that, get the kill. But I've also noticed my teammate has already just, he's ran all the way through. He hasn't worried about the person treehouse. So I am aware there is somebody treehouse. And in order to be unpredictable, I don't just want to sit on point the whole time. So I shoulder that, see the person on the balcony, get back down. Again, being predictable. They know where I am, move. They know where I am, move. And it's that repetition over and over again. They eventually challenge into my line of sight. That's a really nice line of sight to hold, because if they jump through the top window, you can see them do that. But also you're sort of covered from the front. They've got a really wide child. There isn't much cover they can kill you from this position other than top blue. So this is a real nice little off-angle position which forces them to overextend, which is why this worked out so perfectly. Just like that. And I did have the help of someone behind me, I believe. So teammate picks up the kill from the enemy player behind me, and I'm just capturing the point, doing absolutely nothing sus. I noticed they've gone there, so I randomly shot. Now that's arguably potentially where they thought I was cheating, but it wasn't the guy that was messaging me. It was just, I saw someone there. That's a really wall-bangable little area. Try my luck, and it paid off. So that's probably the only potentially sus thing, but I knew someone was there. That wall is paper thin. It is what it is. So I thought it was relatively clear. We got 2 down. I died. I tried to get pushed up. Again, it's all about pushing up the map, winning the gunfights, pushing up to try and get that map control. Now, I noticed my teammates sat top sandbags fairly freely, so I assume nobody's in this area at all, which is, I'm thinking, what, I might just be able to push up A. Again, I'm using the tap map to get all the information I can. That guy gets absolutely ripped, as does that player. I'm just on an absolute godheady, which I don't see enough people using. But that's 2 down, and I'm just trying to get as much map control as I can. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have much help. I'm looking at my teammates on the minimap. They're all looking the wrong direction, so I just try and play my life a little bit here as much as I can. Again, pick off the same 2 people, and then I decide to hop on the point. There was nothing sus about those kills. Very simple, straightforward kills. The same 2 duo have died again, so I've killed them 3 times in a row, and that CR is the one who was really mad at me at the end here. But yeah, nothing untoward so far. I'm just reading where they're spawning and reading where they're coming from. I unfortunately get pinched. If I was cheating, I would have read that, and we eventually fall. Now, I'm not sure where my teammates were at that point, so it is a little frustrating. But because of how easily I run a pace street before and got to the point, I'm thinking, you know what, let me just do that again. And let's see how I can do it. Unfortunately, I do get picked off from Kyoba, I think his name is, or her name. Yeah, and my teammates are going a little crazy with the line marks. I'm not sure what's going on. It's annoying when that happens, when someone's just spamming up on the D-pad over and over again. So again, we were in a position where we felt like we had the disadvantage in that gunfight, so we reassessed it and moved out and moved to a better heady where we've got a more of a 50-50 gunfight. Now, I'm confident in my shots, and therefore I was happy that even though, yeah, it's a 50-50 gunfight, it's heady to heady, you know what, I was going to win it. I pick off a player, so I'm just going to break this down a little bit here because I get a couple of decent kills. So I'm aware this player is shooting here, but as I'm pre-aiming it, I also notice a player goes to the fire heady, win that gunfight, and now my next immediate, you know, my main priority now is to make sure they can't be here for free. So I assume they went into CAF. The player who just killed my teammate, who was just here, was that player who went into CAF. My teammate gets the trade, so we're in a real nice position now where, yeah, that was a jump scare. I think somewhat AFK, I'm not sure why, but we managed to get on the point fairly successfully. Now, awful gunfight from me there. I should have won that. I didn't, and I think that may have lost us the round. I say that, I mean, I'm absolutely frying. We've got 13 seconds left. We're up 6 kills now. But it's just about getting to the point of stopping time. At the end of the day, we could have 20 more deaths, 20 more lives than they have, but it really doesn't matter. But yeah, we fall there, we fall there. So just want to take a little look at the scoreboard because I'm absolutely fine. I'm going 24 kills we've got. Okay. 18. I've got the same as the rest of the team added together at this point. So I'm absolutely frying. But there's nothing that's untoward. Everything's predictable. Control, the spawn points don't change. They're going to be spawning gas or the blue room if they're, this side, depending on how far you pushed up. They're going to be spawning palace no matter what on the other side of things. So it's not really like there's anything suspicious going on. My teammates are pinging a little bit, giving me some information, but all I'm doing is finding the red dots, trading my teammates, and pre-aiming the obvious spots. So we start the round again on defense, doing the same thing. My teammate's got a huge nade. Now what I do here, as I am throwing these nades and stuns, my eyes are always sort of focused on this region of the map. Oh, it's gone a bit blurry, but I'm always sort of looking mid-map because that will tell me whether or not they're crossing A or B. And because on the first round they put a lot of emphasis towards A, I'm assuming that because one, I didn't see anyone on the cross, and two, they did it last time, that they're going to go A. So I'm pre-aiming A Street here. Unfortunately, I get picked off from someone in CAF because I thought my teammate had that line of sight. Unfortunately, they didn't. But we spawn in and be like, okay, my teammate's done a good job. They've got A control. Let me just see what I can do at B because I don't need to be A. There's no point me running back to A again because my teammates have just cleared it. And what tends to happen on this map, the enemy team have just, they've just tried A, but they're fallen. So naturally, the main spawn they spawn is either back here or ice cream, depending on how far we've pushed up. If we've pushed up quite far, they will spawn here. But the fact we haven't, they're going to spawn here. So naturally, if you put yourself in their shoes, okay, when you've just tried to hit A on offense and you just get put down, you notice, a few enemies just defending this area. When you spawn in here, your main protocol is going to be like, right, there was 3 at A, let's just go to B. First of all, it's closer. And second of all, there's 3 enemies we saw A last time, so we're going to go there. So my natural reaction when I die at A and my teammates wipe it is just to fill the gap at B. I'm the furthest up, let me just get over there. Again, nothing suspicious to that kill. I do try and waste a little bit of ammo there. Unfortunately, don't get the kill on either of those, but my teammate, I think, helps me out a little bit there. See 2 assists come through. Following the minimap, again, all that is looking at the red dot on the minimap. Just there. It's got a down arrow, so they know they're beneath. I know they're beneath me, not here. So I'm looking for them, get the kill. Simple as that. Now that's 4 down with us, and it sort of puts us in a really, really strong position. Now my only concern is we're very much located towards this right-hand or middle of the map. So in my head, they're going to be spawning, here, sort of thing. So as long as I can watch from dark, I can see, if I just look here, which is sort of where I'm looking, I can see any sort of run from them out towards to get to A. I've got that cut off just here. And hopefully, my teammate who's also green tank, mid-tank, I thought that was an arrow, mid-tank can also help me as well. I just watch this mid-area sort of thing. We've also got 2 teammates on B as well, so hopefully that's enough to make sure they don't cross. But I am very much concerned that if they do cross, we have no one on that street. So that's something that's always in the back of my mind. Somehow, they spawned at A, or someone spawned close to A, and I seem to be the only teammate who's heard that. So I'm challenging. I haven't got covert sneaks on. I have no stuns, no nades. So the only thing I can do is just blind chal it. I lose the gunfight. They play it really well. They heard me. They laid down and they got the kill. It is what it is. That's the guy, actually, I think I'm a little suspicious of. Maybe not. No, I think that guy's fine. I think that guy's got the A-OK. Oh, no, was it Chioba? We'll see later on. We'll see later on in the gameplay, because it's round 5, I think, the real suspicions come out for that player. So, again, we're pushing at that. Now, I know they've got B, but the fact we've just wiped, a couple of players, they've nearly got A at this point. We've wiped a couple of players. They're going to be spawning in Palace somewhere. My thinking is if I can get up the street, I can then sit on the tank or something and watch them run out of spawn and hopefully just be that. Although I'm on the A half of the map, I can stop them getting to B, hopefully, from being in a position at convoy. So that's why I'm not just running all the way to B to help out. I'm instead trying to get to a cut where I can see them cross over to where they need to get to. So again, nothing suspicious at all here. Really trying to play for my life, just deciding where they're going to be. And I decide, you know what? Because they're so close to getting A, I need to get them off B. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I just pinch all the way around, get one off B. Notice it's still being captured, but my teammate thankfully does enough. And yeah, I'll go to live mark A just to say we need to concentrate on A, die in the process. It is what it is. But my teammates are picking up good kills now. They're starting to shoot back, thankfully. So yeah, we just need to try and stop whatever's happening right here. So that simple pre-aim, okay? That it was a pre-fire, very simple pre-fire. So they're taking B. I noticed this gun immediately, but I'm also concerned about the player on time. So in my head, my main concern right now is to try and kill this player. Now, as soon as I shoot, if you were in this position of this player here, if I shoot in top treehouse, if you see someone shoot top treehouse, you're going to challenge. You're not going to assume they've seen you because you haven't seen them, because I can only see their gun. So they haven't seen me at this point. And the fact I've shot means they're going to challenge it. So it was a very simple pre-fire, just like that. Gets a really easy kill. My teammate pinches to get to B. Yeah, really easy couple of kills there, or a kill. And again, I'm just playing off that info. That's the player who, you know, gave me the accusations, but I'm just trading my teammate out. There's a red dot here. They need to get to a point. I'm just holding the cut from where they are to where they need to be. That's all. That's the only logic I'm applying here. And I managed to get that kill. Now, unfortunately, they somehow managed to get to A, but there's, you know, it's 15v5. We should have this in the bag. We just need to stop the time, you know, get them off that time. Follow up with my teammate, managed to get the trade. And now it's just a case of they've got 12 seconds left. They probably don't have time to come to A. But yeah, we win the round any case. So again, the same logic stands. I'm just trying to get B here. If I can get to B, we're grand. And again, I'm doing that same wide swing out, get the initial kills, nothing sus. And again, I'm just trying to wall bang it. But this time, it doesn't work, so it's not suspicious. Unfortunately, I'm a bit late to pick up that DVD push. And as a result, I die. And we're in a little bit of a sticky situation now. So this is going to be a hard one to get out of. So what it's about now, when we're stuck in spawn, we have no map control. The main places I'm always going to be concerned, and we're going to mark the enemies red, is, okay, they can be on P2 tank, they can be construction. They probably can't be on the digger yet because there hasn't been enough time. I mean, they're still reducing B, so I'm not too concerned about here, but that is, I'm going to label it as a potential. If we decide not to go to B, which is fair enough, we need to be careful of mid-tank, we need to be careful of AS and D, we need to be careful of like the dumpster here. But mainly, I'm going to circle the main ones I'm concerned about in a second. And then finally, A Street is the only other street we can run. There's this lane, and this lane, where they could be anywhere in this convoy, or they could be on the chairs just here. They could be, you know, over here. There's so many places we've got to be aware of, but the main ones I'm concerned about that I will be checking is the tank. God, that's an awful circle. This one here, this one here, this one here, and then these lot over here. They're my main concerns immediately because they're the ones that can see into our spawn. Okay, they're the ones that can see into our spawn. They're the ones I'm initially worried about. So I'm looking for those kills at first, and then we'll see how we progress. So I'm slowing it down a bit. It's all about winning those kills. I got an absolute god nade there. And now all I'm trying to do is push up. I'm checking my corners, making sure that they're not on that tank heady. As I say, I'm not concerned at them being where I am, where at the digger, because they didn't have enough time. The fool shoots me and doesn't kill me. So what I try and do there, I bait my push to construction and then swing wide out again to maintain that kill. My teammates are also getting kills here. I'm trying my best. I'm being stunned. Unfortunately, fall to this player who's just challenging me from the front, but it's fine because my teammate traded me. But it's all about, we're trying to get as far up to B as possible and then hold in a line. That's as simple as it is. Again, trading my teammates quite simply. And because I've got so many people behind me, I'm deciding to play that cut off. So instead of just sitting on, let me get rid of all these quickly. So instead of just sitting on B and being happy with it, I'm going to have to use the eraser here. Because I've got like 4 team members behind me, so 1, 2, 3, let's say 3 team members behind me, I don't need to sit on B. There's no help in, you know, what I'm better off doing is getting maybe to top treehouse and watching their push from their spawn so that when they spawn in, they have to run into my line of sight, either way to get to B directly. So that's why it's more beneficial to push off it, and that's why I decided to do that, rather than just sit on B and wait to die. And if we successfully collect B while I'm here, I can then take a route into the spawn and get to A more easily. Unfortunately, die there. Yeah, so yeah, is what it is. I get double teamed. But I spawn in. We've captured B. We're in a nice position. My teammates have got a decent amount of map control here. We've got a minute to get 14 kills or capture the points. Really not sure how Hydrogen killed me. Again, it's just a case of having slightly better shots. Now, you're probably wondering why I went into that room and circled back out. And it's so that I've got cover from the door when I'm in this position here. So you can see here, if they ever challenge me from P1, they've got to get to the tank in order to see me because I've opened that door. So that's why I did that, just a little bit of a trick. Now, the reason I challenge the player on time is because you hear a audio cue when an enemy hits the time. So I get this kill fine. I also noticed on the minimap, there's a player who is, you know, you can use this compass as well if you're not quite sure, but you can sort of tell by the radar and the compass that they're on A. They're in this direction, so they're not going to be on the street because the red dot's quite small. So they're on A. So that's why when I swing out here, shut the door, or open the door the other way, and then just wide swing for the kill. Super easy kill. And it's all about just keeping this map control, keeping this position. I don't necessarily have to sprint to point. I want to allow my teammates to get up behind me, and then we can get to the point together. So we're actually in quite a nice position there. Unfortunately, I do get flanked somehow. And I noticed they've called out a striker. So I'm thinking, you know what, let me pull out a striker. It's 8v7. We just need to get their lives down as much as possible. And we're getting the kills. This is great. It's a 2 down with 1 left on point. Unfortunately, CR is in a really nice position watching the whole cross, and we lose the round. So it's round 5 now. I don't want to keep you guys very long. It's already over 20 minutes, I understand. And so far, nothing sus. So we try and do the same tactic, just get through middle. A fairly easy freebie of a kill there. But I've noticed the enemies are, you know, they're on A, so I challenge A. Again, nothing suspicious whatsoever. And because of the amount of kills we've just got, I've pushed up the street. Now, this looks a bit... This was the first kill. I thought this guy was a bit suspicious. It was a very quick kill. I don't know. Nothing sus, I guess. Yeah, it could have been preaimed. It could have read that. That's fine. It's a good play. It's a good play. You can hear me say it's a very good play. But this next kill is the one which I find is a little bit bizarre. But you can see here there's nothing abnormal that I'm doing. They're on B. I'm trying to chow B. And I'll go to wide swing this player here. Fortunately, get that player off of B. Oh, no, it's the next kill. Come on. So maybe it was this. This was, yeah. So he's preaiming that window and then changes to the side on the left to get the kill. So I don't know if you heard me in the games chat, but in my head, I was like, that guy's cheating. But yeah, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Could just be coincidental. He hasn't been frying. He goes neg. Probably not cheating. So yeah, they've managed to capture B. Coming off spawn, I don't really have any information whatsoever because I'm solo queuing. So I like to sit on top of this Jeep here so I know what the situation is down this street because you can see all the way down to convoy. If I saw 2 or 3 enemies running here, you know, I'd be worried. I'd be like, okay, let me just try and get these kills, hop onto the tank for a better line of sight and challenge them. But I only noticed 1 enemy right at the end there. And because we have absolutely 0 map control, I'm making sure we don't get pinched. So my teammates have got the front. I just need to make sure that they, you know, they don't somehow leak behind us off of B, because naturally what happens when the enemy team capture B, a lot of people like to push around into the spawn, whether it's all the way into the spawn into gas, whether it's just into top blue, or whether it's just into rugs. In any case, we need to make sure that we've accounted for 4 enemies before we push up, or at least know where they are.
Yeah, it's quite hard to win.
So we are in a position now where the teammates are falling, and we're really not sure. So I was in a really nice position there where they don't really know where I am, and I'm not watching much, okay? It's a little bit difficult. I'm sort of trusting these teammates to have my left. Unfortunately, the 2 teammates who could potentially watch my left have both died to this Kyoba guy. And as a result, I'm not really focused on the left. So they get through to A quite easily, but the fact I haven't shot here means that they're not really reading me here whatsoever. I have no stuns, no nades, so I'm literally forced to aggress. I get the kill. Because I'm weak, I back out instantly. And that, okay, maybe sus, but I'll show you exactly what happens here. So I've just been shot again from the player who's on the point, and I'm like, okay, I'm weak. I need to back up a little bit. So I've backed up out of here. But what you'll see, I put my aim in line with this red dot. This is how you can easily get wallbang kills in line with this red dot, because that's where the enemy is, and I just shoot. Get a couple bullets, scare them a little bit while I heal. It gives me a chance to regain, and it, it shakes them a bit because I'm shooting them through a wall, and I re-establish the gunfight. Unfortunately, I jumped, I choked the gunfight, and yeah, we're in a little bit of a sticky situation. But honestly, hands down, my teammates were frying here. They get a good couple of kills. There's one person left, so I thought there was one person left looking at the radar, so I am looking for him. Enzo does get the kill, but because my teammates are being seemingly so competent at this point, I'm like, okay, you deal with that guy. I'm the furthest up. Let me try and get these guys out in the spawn trap. Managed to get one kill. Not really sure about where this teammate has gone, but I did notice the guy run B Street. Again, this guy just loses the gunfight. There's nothing sus there. We both put a lot of bullets into each other. We both miss a lot of bullets. So we're just trying to play this position. I get picked off from someone top sandbags. Again, if I was cheating, I'd have probably pre-aimed it. So I don't know what this CR guy was talking about by the end. But yeah, it leaves us in a real nice situation. I communicate to my teammates where they are. The closest person I need to be worried about is A Street, so I decide to kill that person first. And again, I'm using the tap map. I know this one B. And they've only got really one push here. So all that's in my head is I need to win the next gunfight I'm in and not let them get A. So because of the way the maps work and the way, as I say, I've said this again, they spawn sort of over this side. It's an awful X. They spawn over this side. They either need to run through middle or they run down this street or run across to get to A. And I can see 2 out of 3 of those things, right? So when they run through B, because the amount of times left, there's only 12 seconds left, when they run down B Street, they don't really have time to go all the way around. What they're going to do is run down B Street and try and cut in like that to get to A. Or they're going to hit middle and get to A. Or, as I say, they're going to run down A Street. But what I can see from here is I'm top blue. I will be able to see if they cross any of, make it a different color, I'll be able to see from this position if they cross every single one of these line of sight. So if we mark where we've got the crosses, we have front blue, where this car is down here. And we also have P4. If they cross through P4 over here, I'll be able to see them. So in my head, I'm thinking, this is really nice. They're all spawning here. I've got 2 of the 3 crosses by myself, hoping that the 3 remaining teammates, or 2 because my teammate just died, have got the 1 cross I don't have. So he managed to live mark that player there. Yeah. So I'm pre-aiming this. Now, I noticed my teammates shooting towards A, so I do think, okay, that maybe they've just got around. But as I fall, I live ping that player and then transfer my aims directly to this player. Nothing suspicious there whatsoever. I lose that gunfight, putting us in a real sticky situation. But we spawn in, it's 5v5. My teammate, unfortunately, does let them get to the hill. I'm aiming, leading over, stunning, thankfully, because I've just respawned. And we get the kills, and we win. So yeah, nothing sus, but I get absolutely hounded by the CR player at the end, which I'm going to show you just now. So I say GG, I'm very civil. And as I say, I get 46 kills, capture 4 points. Oh no, maybe that's not capture, maybe that's defense.
Yeah, he was cheating.
Don't know what it's like, it glitches a bit. And die 22 times, but yeah, that's the guy I thought was cheating. And yeah, Harrz, least obvious wolves is September. Get a grip. My bad. Didn't give me time to comment, but this is what the voice chat was saying. I was like, not cheating, pal. GG's though. At the very least, you have a water opening, blah, 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 blah. Have a read yourself. Pause it if you want. Yeah. I think as soon as someone's convinced you're cheating, there's no change in their mind. And as you guys can very easily see, absolutely nothing untowards. He say, either way, you'll have auto ping. I pinged 1 player the whole game, maybe 2 of that. I can't remember. So yeah, just needs to regain. And then at the very end, he says, we'll see. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.